Hi everyone, hope you're all well. Hope everyone's hanging in there. Hope everyone's got enough books to read. Today I am going to read my book. I'm going to get straight into it. Wendy. This was the first book where I both wrote the words and drew the pictures. I'd illustrated lots of books before this, about 70, so quite a few books. But this was the first book where I actually wrote the words as well. Okay, get comfortable. Let's get into it. So let's start with the end papers. And as you guys probably know from my other videos, I love end papers. And in these end papers are old pictures, old vintage engravings actually, of chickens. Right. The first time we see Wendy, she's doing a cartwheel. And this is where it begins. Once there was a chicken called Wendy. Can you see which one she is? I think you can pick. She's the one in the middle. She wasn't your normal sort of chicken, even when she wanted to be. And here she is. She's riding a bike. And down below, she's laying a square egg. That's a bit different, isn't it? Wendy lived on a little farm where there was always so much to do. Here she is doing all sorts of different things. Things that chickens don't normally do, as you can see. But it wasn't enough for Wendy. She wanted more. So one day, Wendy did something quite extraordinary. Everyone on the farm gathered to watch. Wendy felt like a star. She waved. She waved a lot. She waved a bit too much. So here she is, high above the ground, on a tightrope. Goes from the barn all the way across to the farmhouse, and everyone's looking up at Wendy, looking how high she is. She's waving to everyone. Maybe she's waving a bit too much. Oh dear. When Wendy woke, she found herself in the hospital. "You're in the hospital," said the bear beside her. The bear's name was Bob, and he was a motorcycle stunt bear. "I'm a motorcycle stunt bear," said Bob, "for a travelling circus." Wendy thought this sounded fabulous. "I don't suppose you know anyone who's looking for a job?" asked Bob. Wendy's eyes lit up. So there we have Wendy. She's okay. She just had to get her beak sticky taped up a little bit, bandaged up. And, oh, poor Bob. He's a bit of a mess, isn't he? The motorcycle stunt bear. He's going to be in hospital for quite a while. The next morning, Wendy received a warm welcome to Monty McFlue's mostly spectacular travelling circus. Monty gave her a cape and a helmet with stars all over it. "That's to keep your head on," said Monty. "Goodness me, how clever," said Wendy. Marvellous Molly juggled. The Zadusky brothers performed a magic show. Ta-da! And Wally Winterbottom did tricks underwater. Wendy felt right at home. So all these animals are a little bit different, just like Wendy. On the first night, right after the fire-breathing hamsters, Wendy rode her motorcycle up, and over a double-decker bus. The crowd clapped. They had never seen a chicken so far off the ground. So there's the fire-breathing hamsters, and there's Wendy going up, and over. Look how high she is over the bus. Wowee, that is high. On the second night, Wendy revved up her motorcycle and sailed fearlessly over 5 double-decker buses. The crowd cheered. This chicken was unflappable. That's a really bad chicken joke. Yeah. Woo! On the third night, Wendy cleared an amazing 11 buses. Monty McFlew announced loudly, "Ladies and gentlemen, please put your paws and claws together for Wendy, the flying chicken." The crowd went wild. Wendy's beak tingled. It was all very exciting. As you can see, she's having a grand old time. Everyone's throwing roses at her. It's all going very well, isn't it? Wendy's jumps got bigger and bigger. Look at that jump. Folks came from miles around to see her fly. At this stage, she's got her own trailer with a picture on the side, and everyone wants her autograph and they want to take pictures of her. She's even got her own support crew. Wow, it's all going really well. Everyone wanted to know Wendy. Everyone wanted to be her friend. She's in the newspaper. "Nothing paltry about Wendy's next jump. Chicken risks life and wing." She's even on the television. "You could crash and lose all your teeth." "Chickens don't have teeth," says Wendy. She's right. Finally, Wendy was a star. And here's Wendy driving her sports car. She's got a movie star glasses on and a feather boa flapping in the wind. Wow, the good life, huh? But it wasn't enough. Everyone wanted more. And now Wendy's locked herself in her trailer. Perhaps she's growing a little bit tired of all the attention, all the people who want her autograph and take a photo. She's reading a book, if you can see there. It says, "Finding Your Inner Chicken." Bit of self-reflection. So Wendy decided it was time for a stunt that was bigger and better than anything she had ever attempted. She stayed up long into the night, planning it carefully. Here she is, she's planning her really big jump. Perhaps a bit too big. Let's see. The big day arrived. The fire-breathing hamsters made their way off stage. Wendy adjusted her goggles, waved to the crowd, and took off. She's adjusting her goggles and she's just about to take off to the sky. Higher than any chicken had ever been before. As she soared away from the circus, away from the noise and the cameras and the screaming fans, she spotted her little farm far, far below. Just in the distance, over here, she's her little farm. Wendy's thoughts turned to home. Somehow she had flown a little off course. And there she is, she's thinking about all the fun things that she misses about being at home with her friends. But it's a bit too late, I think. Wendy's crash was spectacular. The crowd cheered louder than they'd ever cheered before. Then they all went home. Wendy tried to wave, but her wing wouldn't move, and no one was watching anyway. Oh dear, look at this. She's had an enormous crash. We could see things flying through the air, like her tyres, her helmet, her goggles. There's a pineapple for some reason, and a cow. And there is poor Wendy getting put into the ambulance. Oh dear, oh dear. And now we're back in the hospital. "I saw your jump on television. It was amazing," said Bob. "But I crashed," said Wendy. "Yeah, but what a crash," said Bob. "We could jump buses together. We could be superstars." Do you think she wants to be a superstar? "Thanks, Bob," said Wendy, "but I'm going back to a place where I don't need to be a superstar." So now we see Bob. Well, he looks pretty good now. He's just about to leave the hospital in his nice suit And now Wendy's the one who's in bad shape. She's looking all bandaged up. In fact, if we look very carefully over here at the chart, at the end of her bed, it says, Wendy condition, broken wishbone, ruffled feathers, slightly fried. Oh dear, that is very, very bad for Wendy. She's going to be there a while. Eventually she gets out, of course. We've missed you so much, said Primrose the pig. It's been terribly quiet, said Henry the horse. I've got all your videos, said Squeaky the rabbit. Wendy's beak tingled. It was so nice to be home. And there she is, back at home, settling in to farm life, the quiet life. She's telling all her stories. Perhaps this little chick over here is a future Wendy. And there's one more page. The last page. And there was always so much to do. And there is Wendy. She's got a rocket strapped to her back. Perhaps she's going to blast off to the moon. That's okay. She's got her lunch on top of the rocket, so she'll be fine. So there you go. That is my story about Wendy the flying chicken. She's a very adventurous chicken, isn't she? So, very good. Okay, I hope you really enjoyed that story. And I hope you all stay safe and stay tuned for next week, because I'm going to do a few different things. I'm going to do a tour of the studio and I'm going to do a collage workshop amongst other things. So, stay well, stay safe and take care of each other. Bye.